Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Hey, we made it through another week. Yay! So, I've been busy. Yesterday I went and got lunch with my daughter. Or, not with my daughter. I went to go pick up lunch at our favorite restaurant and they were closed, so we had to have the little personal size pizzas that they have at our little, it's a truck stop, but it's like a facsimile thereof of a truck stop. So anyway, I took that and yeah. So I came back and I was tired after all that because I was there maybe a couple hours and then the kids just wanted to get off on their own and do their own thing. So I came back and I stitched for a little bit, and the night before I started, just barely started a couple of the things that I had gotten, you know, after I'd gotten off the video. So I wanted to show you what my big progress was. So I started on Consider the Lilies by, this is Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery. And I got, oh, let me get that out of the way. Yeah, this is a huge piece of material because I'm not going to cut it down. It's like, what do you call it? His eyes on the sparrow. So all I did on this one was start this little border part. Let me show you here. Which is just this, and I haven't done the in-between part. So we will keep on working on those because I was just tired that day. I don't know what the heck was wrong with me. I was so tired yesterday. I went to bed at 8 o'clock and didn't get out of bed until like 6 in the morning. I didn't sleep all that time. I just kind of slept, didn't sleep, you know, but I mean, it was enough time. It was like 10 hours. I'm like, I stayed in bed. I just was done. So we got part of that done. Some of these I got just very little done, and others I worked on a little bit more. Oops, let's not lose those threads. Oh, I told you I'd show you all the threads for Consider the Lilies. Now, some of these have extras, but these are the colors for it, and I went with the called for DMC on this. So, and there was probably close to 20, I think. Let me look. 27 colors in this, but like I said, some of them they came with, they're like doubled up. So these are all the beautiful colors in that. I can hardly wait to stitch this sucker. So I've just been kind of hemming and hawing, and well, I want to start this, and I want, you know me, I got to start everything. So I'm going to close that just so it won't all fall out. So I just thought I'd take it real easy. Get the threads out. Hang on. The next one I worked on because, and this is the one I started first, just for, you know, because I've got to find the picture. Hang on. It's still in its bag. Nice pattern. I mean, as far as, you know, to follow, it's real easy to follow. Newcastle bouquet. Oh, I love this one so much. So I started up here in this corner, and this is the colors, and it only had, oh dear, now I gotta find that. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors to it, and there are multiples of some, but this is the ones, and I'm using confetti. I picture this plus, I think it is. I'll look at it here in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the threads for it. Isn't that beautiful? I just love the colors in this. And those birds are going to look amazing in those reds. Look at those reds. Oh, just awesome. So I was glad that there weren't a lot of threads in that one. This one's still on its deal. Let me look. I'm going to write on my plastic. Each one of them has a plastic bag that I made for them. So I'll write what the material count is and what I used for it. That way I can keep track of that. I used the call for colors. So this is all I've gotten done. And the material is called 16 count confetti Ada. And I got a 26 by 35 piece. I know I won't use all that, but I just wanted some extra of it in case something else of hers came along that I wanted to use, you know, this for. This is such beautiful fabric. It has a little bit of like a blue-green to it. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not. We'll try to get the light around there. So yeah, I got this one little square in the corner done. So this is no joke. It's easy to do. I say that just because it's something new. So and then I'll have to do the outline and then start that. I'm working my way towards this so that I can do the inside. You know me. Got to do the inside first, whether the outside matches or not, or if I want to work on the outside, I can work on the outside. So, yep, didn't get much done on it. I just was like wishy-washy. I didn't know what I wanted to start. It was just too many choices. But I think I'm coming to a realization that I may not do Mania the way Mania is supposed to be done. You know, and starting all the things, because, no, it ain't happening. I've got all these beautiful patterns. Let me put this away. And I think what I'll do is work one day on each of the patterns that I already have going and see how that works. Then I started the Quaker Sampling 3. There's that. And I'm using 221, I believe. I have plenty of it, so. And it is on, hang on. Whoops, get my thread out of the way. May need to use an extra one of those, but it's kind of a, not a called, an ask for color. I didn't use what they wanted. It's on Country French Latte Ada, and I got this from Winchlet. So it's a fairly neutral color. I think it's beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. So, the only thing I got done here, I worked a little bit on this because I told you I was tired, right? So I got something wrong over here. So I looked at this. Well, I'd only had, I don't know if you can see that. There's supposed to be 2, 2, 2, 2 up. Well, I only had 1 on this one and everything else was 2 and it wasn't lining up. So I frogged this whole A out and redid it last night. And then I started working on the A and the B. And I'll show you the pattern. So I'm right here in this corner. And like I always say, working my way to this mess because I want to... This is, to me, is the harder part. And this is the harder to do... less harder to do, but I probably will like continue doing a few letters at a time so I won't have to do them all at once. But I just think this is a gorgeous pattern. It's nice and big and it's easy to read. So yeah, so like I said, we didn't make too much progress. So yay, get that folded. I've almost gone through a whole pack of needles. I told you I was going to need needles. Let me put my thread in there. I don't know what it called for as far as thread. Probably a week's dye works or something. I don't know. Let me see here. It called for Cranberry by Gloriana Threads. Wasn't happening. To me, Gloriana means silk and not happening. So I just picked the one I wanted because I like that 221. It's a nice red without being red in your face, you know. So as if all that wasn't bad enough, yeah, whoa. I started on Heaven and Nature last night. And let me get out the threads. Whoops. And it doesn't call for a whole lot of threads. This is what it's going to look like. And so, of course, I started up here in this corner. If you can see it, I'll bring it up a little bit closer. I started in this corner and this, so it's kind of a piece of work. Working my way to the angel. Yep, working our way to the angel. So, I can hardly wait to get to the raccoon. He's so cool. So, I just liked this one. I really did. Should say that should be working down here and working across to this house, because this house isn't going to be a piece of work too. But I used the Call for DMC, and these are the colors in it. Let's see if I can spread it out. So it's kind of a muted green and a muted red, which I like. I kind of like this. Well, it's 221 too. No wonder I like it. So these are the called for DMC. Aren't they pretty? I just think they're muted enough to work with. Let me show you. Put this back. God forbid I get this all screwed up. Oh, I was going to tell you how many colors were in it. There weren't that many colors. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 colors in this. So we will see how that works. Whoa, there's a couple more. It is on 16 count French Cafe Mocha. And these are the colors. Whoops, put these back in here. Let's not confuse the issue. I got the colors out that I was working on. I just kind of started it last night. So, and this, you have to count and all that. But it wasn't bad, so we'll see how well it goes. Just kind of trying to get a this way and a little bit this way. But it was kind of fun to work on. So the rest of them I haven't started. Yep. Put those back in there so I know what I'm doing. So what are we going to work on today? Something we got that's fairly easy. And I picked out the pink that I told you I got 4 skeins of. I'm going to do that folk art sampler on it, on the white chocolate, and I'm going to have to wash that first, so I guess we'll work on this because it's the easiest, the lesser of all evils. No, it's not evil, it's just, yeah, what the hell was I thinking? No, yeah, let's start something big, right? Okay, got to get everything out of my way. So, yep, and I like it that it's one color. So, hang on just a second, guys. Whoops, oh, maybe I got one right here. Duh, oh, crap. Avalanche. I gotta get my coffee. I didn't want my coffee over here because I was afraid I'd knock it over, so. Now that we decided what we're gonna stitch on. But, yeah, so I've been busy. Oh, and today I made a decision. So I went and I bought a new toaster oven because I don't use the bottom of my stove. Don't ask. It was secondhand, and yeah, it's not a good thing. Hang on, I gotta get rid of the rest of it so I don't get it all been in there. But I bought a new toaster oven because the one I had I got for $15 at the thrift store, and I've had it for 5 years, and it's just not cooking the way I want it to. It's been a while, so I've used it probably, oh well, I don't want to say every day, but yeah. Okay, let's see here. I can get you down where we can see what we're doing. So I went and bought a new toaster oven. I got it off of Amazon. And gotta see where I'm at first. Hang in there, guys. I bought crap. Hang in there. We're gonna make it. I bought a new toaster oven, and I got one of those hot pots, because I've been wanting one of those. I was gonna get one for my birthday, but that didn't go so well. So I got both of them, and they should be here sometime. I don't know, probably next week sometime, or closer towards the end of the month. And I'm excited. Yeah, because the toaster oven I got is like twice the size, so to speak. You can cook a 20-pound turkey in it. So I was impressed. Not that I would cook a 20-pound turkey, but at least I can cook something bigger, because I'm really tired of not having my DiGiorno deep dish pizza. Not that I ever toast anything. Well, every once in a while I'll do, what do you call it, garlic bread? But, yeah. No, I needed something that had a little more oomph in it, and of course brand new. The other thing, it wasn't so brand new, but it's worked this far, so. And I don't even know who makes the damn thing, but it's lasted. So I just thought I needed 2 new appliances. Now I have a 10-quart crock pot, and my Instapot. I can hardly wait to use it, because Becky with, I think it's Diamond Painting and Stitching Madness, or something like that. Or Stitching Madness? I don't know what her name is now. Crafty Madness. But she had one, and I thought, God, that'd be really neat. So I got the deluxe, because, you know, I needed to do all the things. This will make yogurt and cook all kinds of things, and yeah. So we'll see how well that goes. If I can figure out the stupid instructions. Hopefully we can, without blowing up the kitchen. So I'll let you know when that gets here. But I really need to, I was thinking, okay, sparkly squirrel. I need to put the names of the fabric, you know, because the little stickers, they come off after a while, or I cut it, you know, down. This one is quite wide. Dagnabbit, come here, scissors. It's wide, but not, it's not wide. It's wide this way instead of this way. Does that make sense? It's long and skinny, but not skinny across ways. Jesus, if I could just say what I wanted to say. I was going to tell you how big it was. Hang on. Well, for pity's sake, hang on. It is... it's 379 stitches wide and 116 high. So, see, it's not very big up and down. So, we'll see how well it works. But I just love that red. Just love it. Guess I didn't have another thread. I kind of, you know, go through, because I'm using two things of thread. So I usually go through one whole 6 thing of floss, and then I go on to something else. I mean, that's not the rule. Every once in a while I'll do that, but sometimes it's more a matter of something I like to do. So if I'm enjoying stitching on it, of course I'm not going to put it down. I'll just stitch until I can't see straight. The other day I stitched so much I wore a hole in my finger and had to quit. It's more like a paper cut it looked like, but I don't know. So, you know, some days I stitch a lot and some days I just can't count. Yeah, and after you've taken it out once, it's like, okay, we're done. Do something else. So, like I was saying about Mania, I don't know that I'll have 15 starts or what I'll do, but I thought, well, you know, I've got so many things started, what if I just did one a day? I know, that's not real unique, but for me. Okay, I need 8 across. Whoops. See, I still cannot resist. It's really nice thread, this 221, and this fabric is just luscious. I love it. So, I still haven't gotten the nerve up to wash this white stuff. So I may do that today and see how that goes. I don't have to go to work until 5:30 today and probably work till 9 because it's so quiet. So we will see. We will see. So I don't have to work very long. I think that's like 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm thrilled about that. Okay, we got that part. Come back to again. So we will see how I feel tonight. Now I've been up since 6:30 because I went to bed way early. Didn't watch much on Netflix yesterday. Just didn't feel like it, I guess. So I started watching The Reign, and that's R-E-I-G-N. It's about the reign of Mary Queen of Scots. And it's in like 5 or 6 series, you know, years that they've done this. Make sure that everything is going right here. And it's pretty good. You know, I mean, it tells a decent story. Keeps you interested. A lot of backstabbing, but, you know, that's how court is. Everybody wants the power. So, don't ask me why I even started it. Maybe because it was a series. And I've never watched it before. If I did, you know, it didn't start very soon, but it's catching my interest this week. So, we'll see how long I can put up with it. I think I'm almost through the first season of it. So we will see. We will see. We're almost done with the bee. Woohoo! Yay, speeding right along. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should start, like, you know, 15 or 20 starts? I don't know. Just don't know. And I should make up my mind pretty quickly because Mania's gonna start. So, I didn't start the folk art sampler because I was just kind of holding off. And I didn't start, is it Anna Ullman? But it looks interesting. So, and it's another solid color. Not solid color, but it's only one color. So, I don't know. I don't know. I may have to go back and get some more latte. I didn't start hoity-toity, I know. So, and I planned on using the white chocolate for Ed, because it's such a big piece, so I'll let you know after I get those washed how that worked out. Either that or I'm going to be ordering something else. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I really don't want to start 15 starts. Really. I mean, I've got all these, and these are the ones that I wanted the most, so I'd like to start hoity-toity, but yeah, one thing at a time here. So I thought I'd give these a couple days, and then maybe I'll start Anna Ullman or hoity-toity, or the folk art thing. The folk art thing scares me the most, because it's got all that back stitching, so I'm not real sure how well that's gonna go. Okay. Get rid of that. What was I working on? One of those is kind of thinner than this one, this color. I don't know why. Hang on, I gotta get my scissors. And I'm trying not to go, you know, across the fabric as much as I possibly can. These, you know, you can't really see too well through it, you know, because it's kind of a cotton, but I love this material. It's just wonderful. Nice and soft and easy to work with. I don't know why I didn't just stick with it, you know? I don't mind it for some projects, I guess. So, let's see here. We gotta come over on this. I gotta figure out where I'm at, guys. Middle. 1, 2. So, lots of things to think about. And it'd probably take a week for everything to get here anyway. You know, if I can just start with something that I have, if I'm going to do the 15, you know, and I just work 2 days on something and then go on to something else new. I don't know if I can handle that myself. Because you know how I love to start all the things. And I also looked at those little, what were they called? They look like little tiny pies, if you will. I believe it was Blackbird Design. I'm not real sure. But there's like 12 or 14, and they're about this big. So I don't know if I might go with getting all the thread for that and just starting one of those. And that way I'd have all those Christmas ornaments. Get me some more of this shade or maybe a little bit darker. So yeah, just indecisive. I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to, whoops, I don't know, wait and do that for Jolly July, you know, so I have more time to get things together. Yeah, I realize that Heaven and Nature is a Christmas one, but I figured I better get started. And not that I'm going to finish it this year. That won't even be happening. So, this is the year of, let's just start everything. Yeah, you know? Because I've certainly started everything. So, we'll see. I don't know. I got a little more time to think about it, but not too much. Gonna have to make an executive decision here soon. But, need a drink. I'm drinking my cafe today. No, it's coffee. Just coffee. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it. I know we didn't get much stitching done today, and I did a lot of blabbing, but lots of decisions to be made, but I don't know. I don't know. Just do not know what to do next. So, We'll be thinking about it over the next couple of days so that I can get things ordered. But other than that, thanks for joining me today, guys. I could blabber on for hours and days, but we won't. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. And we'll see where we're at tomorrow. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your Friday, and everybody have a good weekend. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wash your hands. Bye-bye.